The kind people over at Gravity Colors decided to send me some paints to test them out for you guys. For US customers, use coupon TSMUSA15 to get 15% off. This video is brought to you by thescalemodeler.com. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode on the i8 build. Now this one is going to be a video dedicated to doing decals. I get a lot of questions about this and it's actually a lot simpler than you might think. You just cut the decal out of the decal sheet, put it in some water, and it comes loose after about 30 seconds to a minute. Then I apply some micro scale decal set onto the areas I want the decal to be. This helps lubricating it for moving it around and putting it into place. It also acts as an extra glue, so it sticks a lot better, and it also softens the decal a bit so it can get into shape a lot easier. And then I just slide the decal off of the backing paper onto the areas I wanted it to be applied to. Once it's off of the backing paper, you can start carefully maneuvering it into place, doing slight adjustments until it's perfectly where you wanted it to be. You have it in the spot where you wanted it to be. Just take out a Q-tip and start rolling out all the water or moisture that is underneath the decal to stick it down. It's important to do this rolling and not rubbing it, because if you would rub it, you can shift the decal and tear it, wrinkle it, and remove it from the spot you just put it in a couple of seconds ago. So rolling it prevents it from skipping around, shifting, breaking, and wrinkling up. And it also helps with getting out all the moisture from underneath and on top. Once all the moisture is out from underneath, the decals will be activated and the glue will start sticking. The decal set also softens the decal a bit, so if you just keep rolling it, it will form to the piece underneath perfectly without too much hassle. This takes quite a lot of time sometimes. In this case it took about 3 minutes, so I sped up the footage quite a bit, but in the end the decal was formed almost 90% to where I wanted it to be, and I had to use very little of the micro scale decal softening solution, otherwise known as Decal Sol. The way this works is pretty similar to the decal set, but instead of putting it underneath the decal, you put it on top of the decal. This is just a softening solution for the decal, so it will make it a lot easier for the decal to go in shape, and it also helps put the edges down a lot better than the decal set. You apply this to the decal only. I do not recommend applying too much, so that gets onto the paintwork. Once you have applied the Decal Sol, just apply some light heat with a hairdryer, being careful to not melt the plastic, and this will dissolve all the decal solution and pull into the decal. I make the Q-tip a bit wet by putting it into some water and then squeezing out most of it, but it's still a bit moist, and this helps with smoothing over the decals and not making it grab onto the decals. With sliding it over, you can apply some light pressure to all the edges and putting them into place permanently. You can do this in multiple applications or just one, and if it doesn't go down the first time, just try it again until you're satisfied, but be careful as the decal is soft and you can ruin it. pretty much how I apply my huge decals. Let this dry for a good 24 hours before clear coating over it, as it's still moving a bit and you run the risk of cracking your clear coat. Now for smaller decals this works pretty much exactly the same. Just apply some decal set, apply the decal, remove the moisture with a Q-tip, roll it over, apply some microsol, apply some heat, and roll it over again to put it permanently into place. Be sure to head over to gravitycolors.com and subscribe to their newsletter to keep updated on newly released colors. Also, for US customers, use TSMUSA15 as a coupon to get 15% off on your order. In the meantime, also don't forget to check out my online hobby shop, thescalemodeler.com. Also, don't forget to go to our Facebook page to keep updated on some in-between photos and stuff like that. Questions or suggestions, shoot me an email or post a comment, and of course, as always, thanks for watching.